Hey, everybody. Sorry I'm late. I apologize, y'all. I have been kind of having a crazy day today. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Hit that like, guys. Welcome. I'm letting those notifications go out before you really get the ground running. Welcome, everybody. Let me know if you guys can see me. Can you hear me? It says that it's waiting for me. Come on. Is there a 24-minute delay? 25-second delay? Let me know if you could see me. Let me know in the chat. This thing's not going. Hold up. Okay, it might be just a little bit of a delay. I see it on my end now. It took a minute for the screen to start. Welcome, everybody. Hit the like, guys. Welcome, welcome. Let me let the people know. You see me now. It took a minute. We live now. We have much to review. I've had a bit of a crazy day, so I do apologize. I'm like, oh, let me get the energy to, go live and do what I have to do. Can you guys hear me okay? Hopefully. Oh, you got notified? Well, I'm glad to hear that. Now you got notified. Okay, that's good to know. Because, guys, it's been a crazy day today, y'all. I'm tired. Today I'm actually really tired. But you know how I am. I have to say hello. We live now, and I have to talk to the people. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Queen Bee, aka Chris. Welcome. Shout out to you. I see you. Welcome, everybody. You were notified. You just got notified. I love the fact that the notifications are maybe going out sometimes. Maybe sometimes. Hold up. Everyone, we live now. Welcome. Hey, Tony. Hey, Idiot Monkey. Hey, Jinjin. Rhiannon, how are you? Unapologetically me. Notification work for you? Oh, my gosh. Dee Dee's in the house. How are you? Is it Zyra? Welcome, Zyra. Shout out to you. Pika's in the house. All right. So I'm assuming that notifications are actually going through, maybe. Or maybe you guys might have been notified through, like, Discord. We have much to review today, guys. But I'm telling you, I was dragging today. I was busy today. Did you get notified by the YouTubers? Not YouTubers. By the YouTube. Oh, I swear I need a different desk. Welcome, everybody. All right, go vote. Hit the like button. While you're doing that, we're going to hit the intro to get things running and going. And do me a favor, man. Hit the like. Don't be stingy with the likes, okay? It won't hurt you to hit that like. Hold up. Wait a minute. Bruh. Did you hit the like button? Drop some rabbits in the chat. Let's go.
Hit that like. Hit that like. Welcome to the chat. Let's chit chat. Hit that like. Hit that like. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits. Drop them. Drop them. Drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. Drop some rabbits. Drop them. Drop them. Drop them. Drop them. Drop some rabbits in the chat. Drop some rabbits. If you want the tea, come see me. Rabbit hole is the place to be for real news, not fake news. Celebrity news, breaking news around the clock. Real talk, best on the block. I rock. Real talk, best on the block. I rock.
Ooh, hey people, how's everybody doing? Shout out to everybody in the chat. Everybody's here for the most part. Welcome, welcome to my favorite people. Shout out to everybody. Hit that like. You know what to do. You know what to do, my friends. Shout out to everybody. Say hello. How's everybody doing? Y'all, I am on coffee part 2. I've had quite the day today. I don't know why I have my copy right here, maybe because of the other video that I just did. I've had quite the day today. Let me just say, you guys know that my ADHD is horrible. I've said this and I'm unmedicated. So there's that. I leave things for the last minute. So what do? I left my taxes for the last minute. So I've been dealing with that. And let me stop because it wasn't for the last minute. I've been working on it for like a couple days now, right? And nothing can really like kill your mood than taxes. I don't know what it is. Listen, shout out to all the beautiful, wonderful people out there that help people get their taxes done. I hate taxes. Okay, I do. I do. I do. And if I can avoid it, I do. Yeah, get them done. Today's the last day. Get them done. Get them done. I have a little bit of I do. I don't know how the people you too, Sylvia. Did you do yours? You better have done yours. Tinkle tits, how are you, my love? Shout out to everybody. I see Peak. I see everybody coming through, guys. So I was like, I was look. I'm feeling a little bit like I'm not gonna lie. I feel a little overwhelmed. Yeah. You said you missed the days that you actually got refunds. It's tax season that makes me feel like I wasn't like right in the middle. You know what I mean? Like I hate that shit. I'm telling you. You have an account. What? Excuse me, Aduko. I'll let Bruce know that you have an accountant. All right. Sylvia, we see each other, Sylvia. So let me just say, like, there's a level of trauma that comes from this. And I don't know what it is. And I'm trying to be very like cute about it, but I'm very frustrated, okay? I'm frustrated. So I was going to go live today and I said, I don't think I want to bring that energy to the people. The people, y'all don't deserve that kind of energy. If you did I know Tinkle did his taxes early. I know a lot of people did in the chat. If you guys did that, shout out to you. But my ADHD always gets the best of me. I mean, I woke up and it was January 1st and now we're April 15. What happened to the in between? What happened to the in between? That's what I got to say about that. Anyways, I'm done talking. Do what you got to do. It is what it is. My mom-in-law offered and I said, "Nah, I got it. I wish I had now." I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Okay? That's how I feel. Mhm. You get a refund? Well, shout out to you. I miss those days. I really do. I really do. I miss those days. But I'm not like. Let me just say this: is that the hard stuff is done. I still. It looks like I'm gonna be doing this late at least. Well, maybe not. Maybe I still have a little bit of time. But I had to walk away, and I said, I can't. I have to. I have to take a break because otherwise, if I'm that person that has a bit of a like a I wouldn't say it's dyslexia or anything like that, but like if I start looking at things over and over, they start to look a little bit different, and I don't want to mess up my taxes. Okay, I don't want to do that. So it's best to just step away, and that's what I'm doing, and then coming back when I'm ready later on today. Okay. But shout out to us. Everything. Oh, anything but taxes because you're too paranoid. Listen, my paranoia makes my ADHD even makes me more, makes me want to wait. I could file one. I could. You're right. And I might. I'm tired, y'all. Let me just say that much. But let me just say this, okay? No, seriously, Sylvia, the numbers start looking like the ABCs. At some point, I'm like, what did I just, and I have to go back. And when you're like entering multiple times the same thing, that's a sign that you have to walk away. So I've had to learn to walk away. So I'm walking away for now, and there'll be an extension potentially. We'll see what happens. Okay, moving on, y'all. Moving on. to more interesting things. So this is me taking a break from that and, checking in and seeing how everybody's doing. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Tuesday today. It is Tuesday, a much better Tuesday than I'm having. Shout out to y'all. Let's get it together. So I have, okay. We have a couple of topics to talk about. And let me just say that, so there's been a release of the Gene Hackman body cam footage. Okay. So I definitely want us to go through that. And I was watching a little bit of it simply because I want to make sure that, it's not anything that, is going to flag us or anything like that. But typically for something like that, I have to wait a couple minutes before I show it. So I'm still waiting on that. We'll probably play that maybe second. We have to talk about Victoria Goodwin, because apparently, I guess she pled guilty to trying to have her husband, Aaron Goodwin from Ghost Adventures, offed. Okay. Then we have to talk about BJ Penn again, because there's some more information that's came out. And the other thing we have to talk about is Nick Carter. So we broke the news here. I didn't see anybody talking about Nick Carter. And now everybody's talking about Nick Carter. He's got a new lawsuit. Y'all remember when you guys were here? We were talking about Nick. Apparently he's got a new lawsuit, new allegations. Similar to what another person said about getting some kind of a STI, STD from him. So there's that. So we're going to talk about it again and bring it back up. You feel so bad for BJ? He's such a great fighter. I know. You said, remember to claim back on your coffee. Oh, everything in your office is available for a return, even your shampoo. What? Trisha, even my shampoo? My purple shampoo is, see, I am like, see, is it Trisha? Trisha, I am very paranoid about things like this. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I get paranoid about if I claim something that I'm not supposed to claim. So that's why I always get paranoid. I'm like, fuck it. What if, they come back for me and they, they're haunting me in my sleep. But I didn't know you could claim. I can claim the Starbucks? What? Really? Don't tell me again. Don't tell me again. Oh, okay. All right, Trisha, I got you. All right. Let's get it together, guys. Welcome for those that are coming through. It is thank you. It is listen, I am business related, Sarah. I'll claim myself. I'm business related. Yes, I am. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You guys are amazing. Thank you, Jason. I'll definitely look into that. I am not an accountant, but maybe I do need one. We will see. Let's get this poll going. Shout out to everybody. By the way, thank you guys again for supporting my channel yet again. I appreciate everybody here. You guys are amazing. And doing my taxes is a reminder of that, by the way. Appreciate you guys for supporting my channel. Thank you. Let's get it together. So let's get a little poll going. I am here for we got Nick Carter on the docket, on the rabbit docket. Then we got Victoria Goodwin, and then we got the Gene Hackman body cam. Oh man. And then what do we else? What BJ Penn. BJ Penn is on the docket as well. Hold up. Go vote and hit the like button right now. Thank you guys. Yes, hashtag poll trolls unite. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you, Diamond. I appreciate you. Welcome. Thank you, Dee Dee. Y'all are amazing. Thank you guys for being here. You guys could be somewhere else and you're here. Thank you. You said the only reason I get notified half of the time is because I have them turned off. LOL. I get too many and my phone blows up with the irritating ping. I'm sorry, just because. Shout out to you. Hold up. All right, let's get it together. Everybody. Think it's weird, the body cam footage? Okay. Thank you. So Gene Hackman body cam footage is leading the poll, who everybody's here for. Then we have Victoria. Then we have Nick Carter. Okay. We'll put Gene Hackman second, and let's go ahead and start with Victoria since she's got the least votes so far. All right. That'll help us segue and give the video some time before we really jump into the topics. All right. So let's talk about this. Ghost Adventure's wife. Now, we talked about this whole situation. Lady, met some guy. Now, she didn't just like meet him traditionally. No, she was watching a documentary. And the documentary was about Grant Amato, the man that basically murmured his entire family. Yep, he did do that. He offed his entire family because he had a horrible addiction. All right. A porn addiction. Specifically, he was like wanting to get with this like dancer. I forgot from what side of the world. Her name is Sylvia. He had like this love affair. He was stealing money from his family. So then he decides, after the family confronted him, he decides, I'm going to murder my entire family and stage it as a suicide murder. He kills his brother, his mother, and his father, stages it that way, tries to steal money again, and then police catches up to them, right? To him. So this is Grant Amato. Victoria Goodwin over here, who's married to Aaron Goodwin from Ghost Adventures, says, you know what? I'm bored. Decides to watch a documentary on Amazon. And the documentary is called, Control Alt Desire. And they're featuring Grant Amato, the man that murdered his entire family. They're featuring him in that documentary as like a thing, right? She says, ooh, I think I'm bored. I don't think I want a divorce. I think I'm going to start writing Grant Amato and carry on this like emotional love affair with this man. Okay. Instead of getting a divorce, right? Instead of getting a divorce. So it says, I'm here for the tax party, April 15th, the day everybody dislikes. Sylvia, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you. And I think a lot of us would concur. We would agree. Thank you. Shout out to you. Yeah, Grant Tomato. And thank you, Sylvia. I appreciate it. So then she decides, I'm going to send some like love letters to Grant Tomato, right? And they start having like this emotional love affair. And in this communication, she says, well, let's start texting with each other. Now, mind you, Grant Amato is serving a life sentence behind bars, for basically murdering his entire family. And Victoria is like, with her husband at the same time, plotting and planning the murder of her husband, Aaron Goodwin from Ghost Adventures. She went as far as to tell Grant where he was going to be filming, his location, and everything. So then one day, the prison says, we're doing prison checks. We're doing prison checks. Okay. Get into the prison. They start checking Grant Amato's stuff. And they find this love communication between them. So then they stage this whole thing and they said, no, we're about to take this woman down. So she gets charged with basically trying to off the husband. Suppressive squirrel. Listen, I will get there. I go by the poll, but thank you so much. We will get there. I appreciate the squirreliness, but you're going to have to sit down and take off your shoes, okay? Welcome. Okay, so I had to break it down for the people. So Ghost Adventure's wife pleads guilty to plotting Aaron Goodwin's murder, all right? And by the way, he immediately filed for divorce, which I think would make sense. I would probably file for divorce. I would see about her getting a life sentence or something. Something to that effect. Ghost Adventures star wife, Aaron Goodwin's wife, won't be hunting him in a court of law. At least she struck a deal to avoid a lengthy murder for hire trial and shorten her sentence. Victoria filed documents obtained by TMZ informing the judge in Clark County Court in Nevada that she intends to plead guilty to one of the 2 counts she's facing for allegedly plotting to kill her famous husband. This is Grant Amato. Can you guys tell me, like, I mean, listen, everybody's got different tastes, but like, come on now, like Grant Amato, Aaron Goodwin, Grant Amato, Aaron Goodwin, Grant Amato, Aaron Goodwin, pick one. What? Angie Mo, thank you so much for this $1.99. I appreciate you, Angie Mo. Thank you. Thank you towards my goal. I appreciate it. Pick one. Wait, you said tomato? Where's my impatient squirrel? Suppressive impatient squirrel. You got to change your name now. Who would you go with? Gran Tomato or Aaron? Aaron, Gran Tomato. Pick one. What, Stephanie V? Now I know you're trolling me when you say that. Pick your lane. How about neither? Shout out to you, man. I love your sense of humor. Okay. Pick your poison. It's like, nah, none of them. All right. We got to hurry up. Stop taking so long to get to the topic. Let's go. All right. So according to the docs, Goodwin says that she's copying to conspiracy to commit murder. In exchange, prosecutors will drop the charges of solicitation to commit murder. Additionally, prosecutors have agreed to make no recommendations to the judge on Goodwin's sentence. So I guess this is where we're at. I just can't believe that she did that. Like, girl, get a divorce. Get a divorce. Not the Gran Torino. That was a good movie, by the way. Let me just say that much. I thought that was a good movie. But like, come on. Yeah, y'all, don't kill your husbands or your wives. Just get a divorce. All right. Like, you don't need to, why are we murdering our people? Don't do that. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. You know, I mean, at some point there must have been love. Why murder? Why are we doing that now? Okay. So we have a couple of things to show here. Let's talk about Jean. Let's talk about Jean, Hackman, and Betsy. We're going to get right to it now. Welcome everybody, because you're going to get caught. Anna Marie's like, I have to pass on both. It's a very strange situation, but I'm just saying, look, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh man. Hopefully we don't get flagged for showing this. This is why I have to wait before I like show it right away. But so this is the body cam footage, and I did see some of it, and luckily some of it has been blurred. But one of the things that they said that was that the dog was protecting Betsy when they went into the home. Like, the dog was like sitting right next to Betsy. It's almost, animals know when somebody's going through something, or if you're sick, or something has happened. I feel like we don't give a lot of credit to animals. If you're close to a pet, this is really sad situation, but let's get into it.
Right here, he's guarding her.
The dog?
Yeah, AC went up to him. He seems pretty friendly, but and then there's another 10-7 dog around the corner in the kennel.
That looks really weird. When's the last time they heard from her?
2.5 weeks ago.
Is he gonna do anything?
AC went in there. Do you want to go in first?
Yeah.
You see the dog right there, actually. The dog's right there. The dog's right there. This is so sad.
Hey, buddy.
I guess Connell's going to come down as well.
Okay.
Oh, man. This is her bathroom. Let me stop right here. This is her bathroom. The duck, thank you so much for this super sticker. You said I don't like her glasses. You're talking about Victoria. Shout out to you. The bathroom is like, I mean, she's got all her stuff out, but those windows are pretty big. So you can go in and out of the bathroom through that area? That's interesting. Okay. I don't know. I just felt like a bathroom would be a little bit more secluded. You said you're OCD. Yeah, I mean, she's got a lot of stuff everywhere. Kind of like a vanity, but night charm. You see this is like the shower area, right? Or is it just me? What is this right here? See if you can see my mouse right there. So let me hit play on this, okay? Oh man. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff. This was clearly becoming a lot to upkeep, I would say, right? It looks like a stand-up shower, right? It does.
Hey, Baba.
Oh,
With the other 10-7 right there.
that poor dog.
There another dog?
Yeah, he's running around.
Oh my God. That's the dead dog in the crate, guys. Huh.
Where's he?
He's actually, I don't know how to get there through here. If we walk back outside, there's another.
Oh my goodness.
He's been down for a while.
Oh snap. This is the sunroom, y'all. This is that, I think that's what you call, right? The mud room, the sun room or something like that.
Do you guys took photos and stuff?
No, I haven't taken photos yet.
Damn.
Two totally separate areas.
No, it's strange.
Oh my. All right. We definitely got to rewatch that. Hold up.
I was the fat friend, basically.
Let me pause that. Shout out to DSR. Ooh, Rose Gold. I'm so sorry. I have a similar crime mystery. My therapist died 2 weeks ago and still haven't found what happened. She and her husband, her daughter were found dead in their house. Oh my God, Rose. I'm so sorry for your loss. Yeah. Hold up. Let me understand this a little bit, okay? So is this the one that I click? No. I'm trying to go back. Okay. Here's the videos. It's right here. All right. The bathroom has windows. Window doors. Is that what I'm seeing? Because I was curious about that, right? So the upkeep looks like maybe, they were struggling to keep up a little bit. I mean, that's a huge property to clean. I kind of wonder if she had any if they had any cleaning people or anything like that were helping out with the upkeep, because that's a lot of things. She had a lot of things in that vanity, right? You guys saw that, and then it looked like a stand-up shower, and it sounds like she's laid out on the floor and the dog's right there. You could see the other dog in the crate, and then they go into the sunroom or the mud room. You could see that the dog that it looks like Jean is laying on the floor there. Right. You said clutter, not declutter. Those are big windows. Those windows is how the exterminator saw her on the bathroom floor. Right. It wasn't like they were looking in. Those are pretty big windows. Ronan, didn't you say that it seemed like they were like doors more than windows? That's a good point to make, because I wonder if that's entryway. It's a big property. They had a lot of stuff, and it makes you wonder the upkeep, because I'm thinking, yeah, like a messy house would listen, you got a messy house, it's not just mice, roaches, all kinds of things will come and go, right? And it might have been I don't know if they had cleaning people or something. They were old, and I'm sorry, when you have a rat infestation, you need to call. Oh yeah, definitely need to call somebody. The mud room is down the hall from the bathroom. Definitely. Yes, Rose, I'm sorry for your loss. I'm sorry to hear that. Man, it's just horrible. It's a horrible situation. So you can tell when they were in the closet that those are actual French doors that are windows. They might have matching windows in the bathroom, though. You see, the mudroom is in door entry where Jean was found. Her bathroom had windows that looked like they opened, right? Definitely. Hold up now. Let's go back a little bit. We're gonna watch it again, okay?
Right here. He's guarding her.
The dog?
Yeah. AC went up to.
Well, that door, those are these what you call French windows? Okay. there's the entryway. Does this open to the bath? Like, is this leading to the bathroom, or what does this lead to?
He seems pretty friendly, but and then there's
Hey,
another
Baba.
10-7 dog around the corner in the kennel.
Guys, they have a lot of stuff. You know, a lot of stuff.
That's really weird. When's the last time I heard from her?
2.5 weeks ago.
Is he gonna do anything?
AC went in there. Do you want to go in
my
first?
goodness. Okay.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, she's right there. And the dog is there, and the vanity's right there, and the shower. So she's able to basically, those are, I don't, it's weird to just, like, that's the whole vanity, the way in which the setup is, right? You kind of expect the bathroom to not be like leading outside any way whatsoever, right? You said French doors or at least ceiling floor. Yeah, see the door he just walked in through is actually what you see is a mirror. So it's okay. So the mirror is a reflection, and you could see the windows there. Were they renovating? That's what it looks like. It's because it's like, look at the floors, guys. Why was that? Why was it, it kind of gives like renovation, or they're moving, or, they're moving things around. This is interesting.
I guess Connell's gonna come down as well.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Whoever said, was it Jason who said you see the doors he just walked through is actually what you see as a mirror? There's the vanity right there. So maybe this is where they saw the pills, and then there's it's like a stand-up shower right there. Okay. It is. Oh man. Paula, nobody's criticizing at all the way in which this man lives whatsoever. Like, what do you Thank you, Paula. By the way, the best thing for you would be just to not even watch. We are just giving commentary to a very public situation. Do me a favor. It's okay. Like, you don't have to watch. Don't give it anything. Don't give it any attention. That way you don't engage in it. Okay, girl? Take care of you. Take care of you. Okay. Moving on. Sorry, y'all. Paula over here distracted me. Unless it opens up to a pool, people have bathrooms open to a pool to wash off. Right, Hungry Helmet? That's what I'm thinking too. Hey, Adrian, how are you? Were they renovating? This is a great question. Because it's definitely looks like it gives that. It gives a renovation. But to me, given listen, just gonna put this out here, it seems like it was a lot. Betsy was taking care of him, right? She's having to keep up with everything. I'm imagining that this must have been a lot. And I wonder if she had any help that was helping her out, because, you're dealing with Gene and, early Alzheimer's and stuff like that, keeping up with the household, whatever else, and then she's also taking care of the dogs. Like, other people being there to support and help is important. Like, this is why we got to keep an eye out on, if you have an elderly neighbor or somebody who has a lot on their plate, just check on them and make sure that they're okay. That's what you got to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. He said if he was so much to take care of and she was sick, it could have just gotten out of hand. That's what I'm thinking, Storm. Like, sometimes that happens. It gets out of hand. I would think that they had those towels on the ground because they were elderly and didn't want to slip with wet feet on the tile. Jason, that's what it almost looks like they were renovating, but that could very well be the case. It's next to the bathroom. So they're, maybe it's a stand-up shower, because that's what it looks like on this side. Y'all can see that right here. Look. This looks like a stand-up shower to me. Shower real quick, and then, you put something on the floor. Is there a pool in the property? I don't think so, Chrissy B. You don't think that they were renovating? Maybe it just the upkeep became way too much. You said that house was like 2 houses built into one besides the garages. Oh, they had like 8 detachments. This thing was huge. So it was pretty big, and I'm sure it got too much to handle, right? Like, way too much to handle. Yeah, that's what I have to say about that. Yeah, I've been in a lot of elderly people's homes that were deceased. The fact that their home is clutter has nothing to do with the people themselves. People become elderly and don't have help. Jason, that's my point. Is maybe it became too much for them, you know? Wasn't it the man working on the house, the person who found him? It was the pest control. So the question that I asked, and we were live talking about this yesterday, I said, I wonder if they had already had problems with pests, okay, rodents. And then they said, let's just do a routine, regular checkup. But they don't have any privacy. Like they could clearly see through the windows that she was laying down. They didn't even have to come in. They probably saw her, laying on the floor and whatnot. We don't know. So we really don't know. When you're doing everything, it seems like a lot. Yeah, nobody's judging, Storm. People just be doing too much. I still think it looks like the area from the last video that we thought was the mud room. In the first video we watched a couple weeks ago. It's true. Let's see. There were pills all over her body. So the cops think that she ran to get Jean some heart medication. She fell or hit her head and had a heart attack. Who knows? It's a lot. Let's see. I would think she would have to somebody to help her out. You know what I mean? But it doesn't look like. Sorry guys, I'm catching up on these comments. We have a lot of comments. Welcome those that are coming through. Shout out to everybody. Let's keep going with this video. And guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Wasn't she found in the bathroom? This is her bathroom. This is the bathroom where she was found. And the blur is where she's at. The vanity's right there. I'm assuming because they said that she was next to a space heater. So we don't see the space heater there, but I'm assuming the space heater would be right there, somewhere there. And the sad part is the dog. The dog was very close to her. The dog is right there protecting her, right? Sitting right there. I mean, that says a lot about animal companions, guys.
Huh. Let's try to open a couple windows if we can, just in case. Hey, Baba.
Look at the other 10-7 right there.
I mean, they had a lot of stuff. And I hate to put it this way, but this would be like a hub for, nobody's taking care of the property. Nobody's keeping up with it. You're going to find mice. You're going to find, all kinds of things that are going to come and go from the property. It's unfortunate. And it makes me sad that, doesn't look like people were keeping up with them, at least. Will do, Chico. Will do. Let me do something real quick. You said, I think that's a toilet on the left. Yeah, because it was a bathroom with the big ass windows. I don't know. I feel like I feel weird if my bathroom had that many windows. That's just my.
Another dog?
Yeah, he's running around.
Okay. The dog is right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I mean, you can't see the dog because it's blurred, but the dog is right there. And yeah, I guess this is what leads to the mud room, right? Keep that in mind.
Where's he?
He's actually, I don't know how to get there through here. If we walk back outside, there's another.
So they couldn't get through there from that side. Okay. That's interesting. Kind of makes you wonder how they got to where he was at. Was it connected somehow? Kind of makes you wonder a little bit of maybe the layout of that area. Chico, yes, I did see that article from the rat infestation. So yesterday we actually talked about this because it was CNN who released information about Gene Hackman's property that there were, when they first initially looked at this property, just to give you guys a quick little rundown, when they looked initially at the property, they did like a little assessment. and they found that there was nothing there, but there were detachments to the property, like other detachments where they found like rodents nests, infestation, dead rodents, and they found an alive one there too. So there was a couple of detachments here and there to that property that led to mice living in that area, and that's what they found. And so I guess CNN released that yesterday. We were talking about it, and it's now becoming news, and I think part of it is because of the body cam footage that's been released.
He's been down for a while.
So if it's from the kitchen, is it the kitchen to the mudroom? Is that what I'm seeing? Hold up, let me see. Because there's the kitchen, right? Okay, there's the kitchen, and then the kitchen leads to the mudroom.
He's been down for a while.
Did you guys start photos and stuff?
No, I haven't taken photos yet.
I mean, guys, like, they had a lot of see-through kind of windows and doors and stuff like that. Oh, man. They're checking the property all over, see?
Two totally separate areas.
No, it's strange.
You know what he said? He said, that's strange. You said mice love paper and clutter. Yeah. They definitely do. You said my master bathroom shower has a big window that faces my backyard. I had to frost the glass for privacy. See, Adrian, and I don't even think, like, if I go back when you first see this, that's what I was thinking too. Like, there's the mirror, right? From the mirror we can see the doors. I don't feel like anything is frosted there, and this is a bathroom. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. That would be my paranoia a little bit, you know? That would be my biggest paranoia is on at least a curtain or in front, you know, not having any kind of privacy in those windows. You said a buddy of yours owns Hollywood Home Tours and said everything about Hollywood is a lie, including how much they really don't make and their actual homes are dumps. Wow. I can believe that. Yeah, you know, oh, and I see when the officer turned, the whole side is a glass wall and shower with tiled area to sit. Yeah. So for them, yes, they were living in like a secluded area or at least away from people, but I wouldn't necessarily say that they had a lot of privacy because you could see right through these windows. And the thing is with like the article that Chico shared and the one that because we reviewed it yesterday, there was rat infestation, but not in the primary area of the home. It was in like the other detachments of the home that they saw. But my thing is like they had to have known the person that found them initially was somebody from pest control. So were they there for like a routine check or did they know that like who was keeping up with this? That's my question that I have. I have a lot of questions about this. It was secluded. It was secluded, but was it private? That's the question that I have. And also, did they have any cameras in the outside of the property? That's one thing we haven't heard. You know how, like, you know, you could have your little Amazon cameras or what is it called? The ones that people have as doorbells, rings, camera rings, or whatever. You can have those and you can put them in your property to figure out like who's walking around. Did they not have that? Kind of makes you wonder. This is a big property for two people, and it's just them. Ring cam, thank you. You said if you see the other doors are frosted, they may have had the buttons built in to frost them when needed. They make windows that do that in the offices. Really? So you can frost and unfrost a window? I didn't know that you can do that. Yeah, the dog basically died in the kennel. Would he die? Yeah. He said, with all those windows, no wonder the workers could see. Yeah, they could see everything that's going in and out. I mean, everything. But yes, they didn't have any cameras from my understanding because they were so private. But they were worried too, right? You know what? And you're right, Jason, but what about, because they had security at the front of the property, right? There's security. They had people, going back and forth, driving in and out of if they needed security. So did they have any cameras on the roads to figure out who was coming and going? Thank you, Evening Star. And that's the other thing too. If she was sick, then maybe there were other things that were kind of maybe, like, because they said it was like respiratory, right? This hantavirus is a respiratory thing. So I can understand maybe of like, if your blood pressure is low or things like that, that they're not really, that could mess with your abilities in one way or another. And slowly, you just pass out, pass away or something. A lot of it is not making sense. You said it was a gated community, so they should at least have information from a keypad to get in, or what they have guard. Yeah, they should. But don't forget, Betsy was really scared. I think it was back. They had 2 incidences of an individual. This is by the hair stylist, who said that Betsy was worried because they were, thank you, disoriented. Thank you, Phenomenon. Betsy was worried because what's the word? There was 2 incidences of a person that was like following them. The first one, they followed Betsy to the property. So security didn't even catch that. They followed her all the way to the property. Security didn't catch that. Came out with the file, and it had a bunch of photos of Jean and was asking for like an autograph. Okay. The other part to this too was that the other time she was out with Jean, and then Jean, they were together, and the guy was wanting to give Jean and Betsy a free wine bottle. And she was like, no, we're good. They declined it. So it's a lot. You said you have cameras. Yeah, I mean, and these are Hollywood people, but like maybe they were like, well, we are detached from that. We're not living in like Hollywood, but meaning like, they're famous, and they like their privacy, and clearly security knew who they were, because security, when they called 911 and they were making the calls, they didn't even say whose property it was. They didn't even want to say the name. So I have a lot of questions. Grief makes it so easy for the days just to kind of melt into one. Yeah. You said the infestations were all the other outdoor structures, garage, as far as I have read. We haven't heard about the actual house. I'm so glad you said this, because they haven't said that the infestation was in the house. Guys, the CNN article that I read yesterday, I might have to pull it again. Let me pull it, because that was the first one to break the news about this. And I saw it yesterday, and I actually talked about it. This news about the infestation is not new whatsoever. Let me see if I can pull it. Let's see. I read it yesterday. We were talking about all kinds of things yesterday. Hold up. Did I save it? It was CNN who talked about it, and now that the body cam footage is out, of course, everybody's talking about it. CNN, Gene Hackman, infestation. They brought out the preliminary report. Hold up. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. I know I clicked it yesterday. Dang it. It didn't save. It didn't save. Anyways, let me just move on. This is the Guardian, but the Gene Hackman property showed rodent infestation after hantavirus check. Okay. So in the primary property where they were living at, they didn't see any like rodents or anything like that, or any mice or anything. Okay. It wasn't until they checked the other properties. They even had mouse traps in the other properties too. The New Mexico Public Health Department report found evidence of nests and droppings in the property's outbuildings. They had about 8 of them too, but not in the main residence. This is what the CNN report read yesterday too. So, first of all, who put mouse traps? Because there were mouse traps there. Did she put the mouse traps? Did somebody else put the mouse traps? How did all of this happen? So there's a lot of questions. An environmental assessment of Gene's Hackman's home after the death of the actor and his wife, Betsy, revealed rodent infestation in the outbuildings and garages. It's been revealed. Okay. Records obtained. I don't get it together, Rabbit. I'm trying. Listen. My eyes are killing me after all the taxes. I'm telling you. I'm like, my eyes are killing me right now. I apologize. I will get it together. An environmental assessment of Gene Hackman's home after the death of the actor and his wife, Betsy, revealed rodent infestation in the outbuildings and garages has been revealed. Now, records obtained by CNN, because it was CNN who broke the news about this yesterday, and then we talked about it. Records obtained by CNN show that the New Mexico Department of Public Health conducted a home site environmental assessment on March 5th, a week after Hackman and Arakawa's bodies were found at their home in Santa Fe. And the rodent feces, a live rodent, and a dead rodent, and a rodent's nest were found. Okay? Yes. Why did I wait? Why did you wait last minute? What do you mean? What do you mean? What did I wait last minute on? Let me know what you're talking about. Who, me? The taxes? Beautiful Miss Bell, I'm gonna need you to rewind because I'm not repeating myself anymore. I've said what I said. I can't go back. I'm not going back. I have to move forward. Moving forward. Okay, records obtained by CNN show that the New Mexico Department of Public Health conducted a home site environmental assessment on March 5th. So this was like a couple weeks after they had died. And they basically found, okay, I'm going to skim through because we've already read this. They basically found the nesting, they found, the live rodent, and then they found like just basically an infestation in the outbuildings, but not the main property. Okay. So keep that in mind. The thing is here's my question. All right. Let me put this out here because don't forget this, y'all. Don't forget this. There's 3 hantavirus deaths in California. Okay. This was time frame wise. I said this in another video. Time frame wise, it was the same time that she would have contracted this illness. Okay. If you think about it, 3 people died in California of the same virus, and the health department over there said that this was very rare. Very, very rare. The dog had just had surgery, so they had kept the dog in the kennel. The dog died of starvation, basically. So the timeline is interesting. Match the timeline with the people that died in California to the timeline that Betsy died. It's kind of interesting. They had no contact with each other. One of the cases in California wasn't even around mice. The health department on that side of California said this is very rare. We don't typically see hantavirus around this time. So now they had hantavirus. So it's just weird how all of this happened. So yeah, that's what I gotta say. Rory, wait. Rory says, okay, it might be slightly warm for my glass of wine, but I love you, Raven. Aw, thank you, Rory. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate it. Thank you for being a friend. Oh my God, hold up. I still have my little thing. Thank you. Oh my God, did we meet the goal? Yo, Pika, thank you. And thank you guys. Hold up. This is for you guys. This is for you guys.
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh, yeah.
Travel down the road and back again.
Hey, so we started from the bottom, now we're here, girl.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and a confidant.
This is my butt right here. Ooh, oh. If I did everything, the biggest gift, the biggest. Yeah, thank you for being my friend. Oh, yeah. Hallelujah.
I love how he says hallelujah at the end. It's totally worth it. I'm gonna have to bring a mix of certain clips. And then he snatches the wig off. Like, I love it. I live and I love it. Love it. And I love, yeah. He was singing. No, he said hallelujah. Hallelujah. It's a good pitch. Oh my God. Thank God I wasn't like flagged yesterday for playing that. Anyways, moving on. Thank you guys. Y'all are amazing. Damn, what was I gonna say? He's so awesome, yes. I don't know, man. It's still off to me. A lot of it just sounds so off as far as the time frame from California to when Betsy was being reported and the fact that this is very rare, but not really, because then you had 3 other deaths. I have a lot of questions about this whole situation. Now that they released the body cam footage, I think we have a better idea of like, a little bit of what was going on inside. It's very thank you for saying this. It is very disturbing. A lot of unanswered questions. Going back a little bit to what the hairstylist said. He said that Betsy was worried because they were being followed. Okay. I'm a little like concerned about that because like, did she know, like, was there more? Did they follow, like, were they follow all the way to the property? You could see right through the windows, guys. So I don't know. Sarah, thank you so much for this. I appreciate you, Sarah. Thank you. Appreciate it. You think Night Charm, you think that this creates more questions? Do you guys feel like you got a better sense of what's going on? Is there more unanswered questions? What do you guys think? You said, I think all the stuff on the floor was for the dog. Oh, that's a good point. Maybe that was for like the dog to kind of have places to lay down. Maybe there's a little dementia setting in with her too, Rabbit. Maybe. Who knows? It sounds like it was a lot of upkeep. Do you guys feel like it's still do you still think it's strange? Let me know. You think it's strange? A lot of it is just, I don't know, man. I guess maybe there's some questions there that will be answered, may not be answered. I don't know. Will there be more footage released? That's the question that I have, because I have a lot of questions about that. I don't know. You said, Katie says, where are they living anywhere near where those fires were? I'm wondering if that's the reason for these rodents. The fires? Nothing strange, more sad? Because the fires would make the rodents relocate. It sounded like they might have had a rodent problem for a while, though. It just seems like that to me. I don't know, y'all. No fires around them that we know. You think it's pretty cut and dry, Cheeks? Very sad and tragic, but he lived for days after. Heartbreaking. I don't know. I don't know the things that I know since the autopsy. I mean, unfortunately, crazy shit does happen. Yes, Stephanie V, that's correct. Did anyone actually look up hantavirus? We did. When someone does become a caregiver, it's difficult to find help that won't abuse you or make the dementia patient uncomfortable. That is so true. That is so true. I mean, I'll be honest with you guys. I had been so tapped out of Gene Hackman. I didn't even know he was like 95. I had no idea how old the man was. It's been a while. I remember the movies. I definitely do. I watched a lot of Gene Hackman movies, but I had no idea. I didn't even know he was married. Didn't know any of that. But he wasn't somebody that I was tapped into. I probably know a lot more about Al Pacino than I do about Gene Hackman, you know. Because I like Al Pacino, but he's had some controversy too. There's nothing natural about this, Tipsy. Say more. Tippy, not Tipsy. I think I gave you a whole name. I called you Tipsy. Tippy. I mean, I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. It's a sad story no matter what happened. That's right, Neuro. It is. Like, no matter what. And then seeing the dog there was just kind of devastating to see that poor little doggy there, you know? So, I don't know, man. I guess we'll see. We'll see what other news comes out. But so far, we have nothing. I'm going to keep an eye out and see if anything else develops or if we have new body cam footage. I think it's pretty straightforward, but it looked like, there's a lot of stuff happening there. Yeah. So, all right, guys. So we have to move on. We have to talk about Nick Carter. What? No. Before we talk about Nick Carter, let's not talk about Nick Carter. Let's talk about BJ. Let's talk about BJ Penn. Okay. Oh man. Let me break it down a little bit with what's going on with BJ Penn. Okay. BJ Penn, who is like this ex-UFC fighter, famous from Hawaii. Okay. His family's from Hilo, well-known family, wealthy family. All right. He's been having some struggles in the last, I want to say maybe a couple weeks. All right. Yeah. And let me tell you more recently, I think that I remember when the Maui fires happened, he was very outspoken and he was calling people out, especially with the government and stuff like that. And I was here for it. I love the fact that BJ was calling the governors and everybody and the mayors and everybody. His mom was doing like a promotion for him to run for mayor too. But BJ Penn has a record, right? So I want to say within the last week or two, he's kind of like, he's accused his live-in family. He's saying that his live-in family has been murdered. The family that he has right now that are alive, he says that they have been murdered and they've been replaced for the family that's currently there. So, yeah. So we thought, okay, and I know, shout out to Cinema Shogun, because I know myself and a lot of people were calling this out, right? And saying like, something's going on. He's clearly having some mental health struggles, and that's what we're seeing. BJ Penn is not doing well. People have speculated that it's drugs. People have speculated that it's CTE, even though we can't diagnose CTE because, you kind of have to be dead. For those that don't know, CTE is like protein that grows in the brain after multiple traumatic injuries to the brain, and that would fit the narrative for him because ex-UFC, he's probably been through a lot. Other people have speculated it's drugs. Okay, so he's been going on social media basically calling out police and saying that his family needs to be arrested because his family has been replaced by other people. He has made photo comparisons of family members to show how they've been replaced, things that don't look right. So he just recently posted this morning something that I wanted to bring to everybody's attention. And let me just say this. I feel like when BJ Penn, I'm sorry to say it, it's almost like we're watching somebody struggle and we know that he's about to do something, that he could hurt people. He put this out here. He's like, I'm literally like going to hurt somebody. And if I hurt somebody, like I'm going to go to jail, because he doesn't think that he's doing anything wrong, but he's put this out here. I have a feel like we have to be careful because I really do feel like we're playing with fire here and somebody could really get hurt. So, and he says this was this morning, no matter what anyone says, there is no next generation of Penn children. It's all lies, and none of these children are biological children of BJ, JD, and Reagan. Everything was in my mother Lorraine's Pualani Shin's name, so nothing would go to Jay Penn or Christina Penn or their kids, and so on and so forth. Fuck the mass CUNs, CUNTS, hashtag Hawaii. So he posts this up here. He made this whole thing. He says, where once I was blind, now I can see. I want to show the less fortunate families who are bullied by this to stand up for themselves and fight. BJ Reagan, JD Pop Mom, BJ Penn, only surviving heirs of Penn 50 million plus family fortune. Imagine how many families get bullied to have to accept their families being murdered, everything being taken from them. When I ran for politics, it wasn't about speaking in office by election and doing what I thought was right or pointing out where they cheated. This is about changing the culture. This is about all people saying, no way, F you. Blood makes you relative. Loyalty makes you family. People are out here saying, hey, you had a problem with crystal meth? What's going on? Why doesn't anyone from the actual family speak? People are asking. This is scary. He's going to kill the imposters, his living family. This shit's getting out of hand, guys. I feel like we're watching somebody, like Adrian, we're watching somebody unravel in front of us. Okay? So I'm sorry. I don't believe his family was replaced. I think he needs help. I think he needs help. And you guys should see, I mean, Cinema, shout out to Cinema Shogun. He was playing a video where his mom is cooking eggs while he's over here like making comparison photos about the fact that it's not his mom. And they're just ignoring it. They've kind of gotten used to it. He's not well. And so if he is using drugs and he has maybe, a traumatic brain injury or a brain injury or a CT, whatever it may be, combine those two things, that is not a good thing whatsoever. He just needs help. Could be, Cheeks. Could be. So that was the thing I wanted to bring up because like I said, the man has he's had DV incidents before. So it's not like, outside of his norm to, act out, do the most and everything. That's what he does. He's done it before. All right, guys. Moving on. Okay. Let's talk about Nick Carter. Nick Carter, we broke this 3 days ago. Believe it or not, we broke it before the major media outlets did. But of course, we didn't get the views. They got the views. So, we got ahead of the story, and it is what it is. But hey, it's all good. There's a new lawsuit. A new victim that has made allegations against Nick Carter. Now, Nick Carter has had multiple people make allegations against him. And, he's fought some of the allegations. He's gone to court and everything. Some of the rulings he's been successful on. And some of them, he's still kind of dealing with them and, all that stuff. The fan base of the Nick Carter fan base is a huge fan base. Okay. And they're a tough fan base, but I'm not speaking out. Listen. Nick Carter deserves his day in court with all the victims that have spoken out, right? And, if he's guilty, then he's guilty. And if he's not, then he's not. And, if they lied, they should be exposed. And I get that completely, right? But now you have a whole new victim that is alleging that he assaulted her. And I remember the lawsuit. They were in a relationship and then it became assault at some point. Due process always, right? Mm-hmm. Due process always. Thank you, Jay McCarthy. Shout out to you. They were in a relationship and then there was an assault that happened. I guess my understanding is that they were having like she wanted to use a condom. He got an STD from her. He didn't want to use one, or an STI from her. And this was back in 2004. I reviewed the lawsuit a couple days ago, so make sure you guys check out that video. So it's another battle for him. And this is another lawsuit filed in Nevada. So there's that. That is what's going on. So we did break that down a couple days ago, but it's barely coming out. Barely. Barely. What do you mean, Kelly? Melissa, you talk about Melissa Schumann? Is that who you talk about, Kelly? Shout out to you. Yeah, this would be the second woman who would have. So the first woman I remember, she alleged that he gave her an STI. Her name is Shay Shannon Ruth. She came out and she was being represented by Child USA. Okay. Shay Shannon Ruth, that's who it was. She alleged that she got like a transmitted disease. So now you have another woman that's saying the same thing. All right. So it kind of makes you wonder all of it. Now, at the same time, while these allegations are out, you also have this new Aaron Carter, Nick Carter documentary, which I have not watched, that is supposed to be like exposing, the family trauma and stuff like that. But yeah. Kelly, I heard this too. Did she admit this in legal documents, Kelly? Let me know. Because I remember when this broke like 2 years ago and I talked about it. Did she officially admit it? Let me know, Kelly. Because like I haven't followed after that. I need to go back and follow. And I know, like I said, it's I don't know, man. Everybody's got a different story. They all got their day in court. What made her go all the way to court if that never happened? So you're basically saying that she lied on Nick Carter. Has he been cleared of that, Kelly? Let me know. I'm a Nick fan, but I'm not a blind follower. I just need to see more proof. Gotcha. Yes, she forgot her walker in the interview room after facing Nick. Huh? Really? Oh, I'm gonna have to revisit this. Yo, but I will say it's being a vlogger and talking about the Nick Carter situation is hard because the people do come for you. Ask Sloan. People do come for you if you're talking about Nick Carter. Those fans are, they're fans. Everybody's a fan, so you have to be careful talking about him. But yes, I can't stand Nick Carter. You think, oh, Lindsay. Well, I don't know. I mean, he's allowed to, clear the name. Rabbit, you're getting your info from wrong people. Say more. Well, I mean, like I said, I haven't really followed other than what she has put out there, what Shay Shannon Ruth. Now, unless it's been cleared by court, I haven't followed. So you could absolutely be right about me not being up to date on that information. Aaron always said Nick was a RS. Yeah. Well, he said it and then he took it back. I do remember that. If they test the STI, they can tell if it was the same one. I don't know, Neuro. I don't know, but that's like a really specific thing to say. Like that would be the second person who said it. But Shay Shannon Ruth was the one who said that he got like an STI from. She got an STI from him. Unless it's been cleared. I don't know, guys. I don't want to misspeak. That's what I'm gonna say about that. You said, as always, stop putting these celebrities on righty asses. Wouldn't put it literally. You guys know how I am. I don't. It's hard to believe some of the stories. I mean, I want to stand with the victims, but so many men are victims to whether he actually had done the act. Yeah, it's one of those things. I would agree. Like, but the thing is like, here's the deal. This is kind of how I see this, all right? And this is just my opinion. What I don't agree with is like to publicly bully some of these people. No. That like what I saw, like it's if you don't believe them, that's fine. They're in court, let them decide. Like everybody's going to hear the case. That's fine. If you don't believe that they went through that, that's fine. But the problem that I have is like people go to like this bigger extent to expose or to bully, and I'm not down for that. Just be careful when you do that. Now, could they have lied? Yeah, there's a lot. Maybe Maybe they did. I don't know. I wasn't there. But that's the thing is I wasn't there and none of us were. So all we know is what they have and all we know is what they show in court. That's how I feel. But yeah, there's one person that is on the ringleader to all of this. It will come out in court, says Kelly. Kelly, are you talking about Melissa? Who when do you it sounds like you've been following this very closely. Is that who you're talking about? Because people have said this too, but I don't know. I mean, she took it to court. They're in court now. I think that's kind of where I'm at. I'm at the evidence. Like, I'm going to wait for the evidence to tell the truth. I just don't know if I believe everything that people say. But that's just me. That's just me. But you know. Anyways, guys, I got to go get some rest. Y'all, my eyes are killing me. I don't know if y'all see me blinking 5 times to stay awake. I got to get some rest. I'm tired. I'm tired. She requested to drop the kid. Really? Recently? Oh, Kelly. I mean, I don't know if you can type faster because I'm about to go off. But if you want to hit me up in the email and give me some more information, because I didn't know that. And I mean, I would probably say I know a couple of people, but I haven't been keeping up with everything that's been going on. If you want to email me and give me your heads up on that, let me know. No, what do you know? No, did he talk today? Not today. I'm tired, y'all. I got to get some rest and I'm still not done with the taxes stuff. I hate taxes, but I will see you guys on the next one. Really? All right. Well, you're going to have to lead me to where to go. Shout out to you, Kelly. I will see you guys on the next one. Hit me up in the email and shout out to everybody that supported tonight. You guys are amazing. You don't have to, but you do. And I appreciate it. All right. Have a good night. Bye, guys. I need to get some rest. Bye, guys.